Hey guys, it's Sam. Today I thought that I would walk you through my planner and talk to you about why I don't want to talk to you about my planner. So if you are not new here, then you know that the last year plus has had a lot of bouncing around between planners, which doesn't bring me peace. I'm very divided on how I feel about all of that because it's fun to try new planners and it's fun to set up new planners, but when you lose information or don't feel organized, then obviously you have to do something about that. And part of the problem is that it's a me thing and not like this is a broken planner situation. And with all of the things out there to choose from, there is definitely a thing. This year I have been trying to become a little bit more minimal. I am nowhere near where most people who are in that kind of journey are, but it's somewhere for us with a large family. And in watching all of those videos and researching minimalism, I really do believe that too many options, like it confuses you and overwhelms you. And that is definitely what I have been feeling and trying to talk about more. So this year has all been about like all of bouncing around and trying to find the perfect planner, and I've lost information. I've been very overwhelmed. I've been just ready to toss my planner out the window. And I did come to a couple of realizations, which I believe I shared in my last video. And one is that I really like for my planner to be able to change, which kind of leaves out bound books because it's now part of a permanent book. But I also like to flip through my planner like kind of like a memory book. I'm not a scrapbooker, but it's kind of like the same thing for me. And for that, I do prefer a bound book. So I've just decided that I'm going to keep up with two things. And rings has been working best for me for my planner. And then something bound, like the Hobonichi Weeks, is what's been working for me as far as keeping something that I feel like I'm going to be able to flip through for memory's sake. So I have not had a video in a few weeks, and it's mostly because when things are working well, it's like when things are freaking out, when I can't figure out what I'm doing, I feel like I need to come here and discuss it and get my thoughts out. And then I also know that other people are dealing with the same things and you guys find it helpful. But when I'm in a moment where I'm feeling like peace, I'm like afraid to come and talk about it because it seems like every time I do, that's like the last day that I'm happily in that planner. And I'm not a superstitious person really, but I feel like I'm superstitious about that. And I know that I'm not the only one. I am very much enjoying my rings planner. And is everything about it perfect? No. Are there things that I would like to change? Yes. But for now, this is working out really well, and I just thought that I would share it with you. I did share on Instagram the other day a flip through of my little pocket notebook, and I have still been carrying this around with me, but the last several days I have not been using it, and I've been trying to utilize the pages that I can make dailies or daily-ish in my rings planner. So here we are. I also will say that I've been on the whole search for like cover piece, and I thought that the right planner cover for me was going to be a Gillio, and I've just decided that I'm too afraid to mess them up. They cost so much, and I keep thinking, well, if I try this one or if I try this one, and the only ones that I really am able to use and not worry about are the Muppet line because of like the bumps, I guess. I'm just not as worried about scratching them. So the only caveat to that would be that if you know of a medium Campagna that's in Fozzie, really hopefully Fozzie, or Rolf, I would love to hear from you if you would like to sell that. But other than that, I'm perfectly happy in these Moterm planners or my Filofax. Right now I'm in the Moterm, loving it. This is from the Veg Tan line. I think this one is called Midnight, but obviously it's black. And I hadn't given it any love since it arrived a couple of months ago, so I just decided that I would go ahead and start using it. I do not put a lot of stuff into my planner, but Halloween and Christmas are my favorite times of the year, and so I usually do a little bit more decorating, even than I have here, but I've been trying not to like focus on those things in my planner and just focus on the planning aspect of it. But I do have just a couple of things here. These are just things that I've collected over the years that I enjoy. I don't have anything in any of the pockets here. I do like that the pockets are available, but I don't tend to fill them up. This is a dashboard that I created. I've talked about it before. I'm like so, I want to start a shop, but I'm like so afraid of failing and the risk involved that I haven't. But I created this and I love it. It's just kind of held together with this ollie clip attached to the flyleaf. I did also print it out on vellum, which I'm going to use when I move to another color, but I felt like it was too light against the black dashboard, so I've stuck with just the printed out on printer paper version. On the other side, I do think I'm going to move back to putting some cards in my planner so that I have less in my wallet in my bag. And then me and some friends from work, this is our last week working together, so we had some piercings done, just a little memory there. Some notes. So I am moving jobs. This is my last week at my current employer, and I was just writing down some days for ideas for my PTO that I'll need to take with my new job. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's from Filofax, and it's got the like notches already in it so that you can pull it in and out of your rings. And I just like to put my sticky notes here so that they're not sticking to the paper. I did get some sticky notes recently on Amazon that are not as sticky, which they're obviously sticking well enough, but I've had some issues with sticky notes that have stayed in a place too long and then I start to pull them up and it like rips at the paper. So I bought these that are meant to not do that, and I will have those linked in my Amazon. These I don't keep up with very well. These are, I believe, from Simple and Trendy Co. maybe, but I have several of these and I don't tend to come back here and update this as often as I would like. I usually end up putting this kind of thing in like my weekly view or whatever, and obviously I've been in and out of this planner, but I do have a couple of these here ready to fill out, hoping to be more consistent with that. This is a freebie from Plan with Bee. She recently updated some fonts on a couple of these and I really liked it, so I just started writing down some lists. An add to planner list. This I definitely need to utilize more, but sometimes I just forget things that are here and then I'll write them down on scratch note pages and then not have them in the right place. I did print one of her other files that you can download for free onto the back of this because I just don't think that I'll use the front and back. I just like the idea of using one side so that it's right up front and in my face. These are some ideas or some things that I would like to add to my planner, which is not on that list, which is where it belongs. And then the rest of this is just kind of filled up with some random notes, lined pages to put notes on, unlined pages to put notes on. Yeah, just some random stuff here. So that is like the first section before the first section. I don't like to put my like brain dump section into a section itself. I just like for it to be before the sections. So the first one is what I have labeled calendar. This particular print is from Pink Mouse Planners, Pink Mouse Printables, something like that. And she's on Etsy, I believe. I just like that it's a title for the year. It has the months here for you. It also has these holidays. I don't sit at my desk anymore, and so I haven't marked off these holidays because I haven't been with this particular Tombow, and I don't know where it is right now. Anyway, so we've got several more of these passed, but I just haven't marked them off. This one is a freebie from Plan with Bee. And then my current monthly calendar is from Puff and Pages Co. I have not gone back and backdated, but I did move into this, I think in June. So I do have it filled out from June forward with some current and forward plans. And yeah, we have a couple of busy months. I always keep the current month tabbed off with a Filofax like ruler divider. I love these things. And then I just have the rest of the year here, and when you printed off that monthly calendar, it came with lined pages at the end. I don't know if I use them or not, but they were there, so I stuck them in there. The next section is my weekly plan, and I just printed off a spooky little thing here. I don't put much of this in my planner, and honestly, this is the last one. But like I said, I really like October and fall, and so you'll see me put random stuff in my planner from now to the rest of the year. This is a freebie from Peanuts Planner Co. And this weekly you can get, when you join her Facebook group, you will have links to her freebies, and this is one of them. I did want to change some things about this, which I have changed in the past, and you guys have seen, and I've described all of that before, but she does have right now the option to pay for custom orders. And so I just told her that I wanted her freebie, but slightly changed. Obviously, I was out of this planner that week. I think this is when I went back to trying to just use the Hobonichi Weeks and no other planner, which was a fail. And then I went back into this, and then I went into, that was one of those pages that got ripped up by a Post-it note. And then I moved into my custom. So the only thing that's different in this is the font's a little bit different, although the font that I had here was not the font it came with. The other update was that this was it. I just wanted this to be from 2 columns to 1 column because I like to be able to write things out and not worry about squeezing them into these skinny columns. So this is working really well for me. And then if you have the paid Adobe, you can update these things. You can update the font, you can update the size, you can update and put in your titles here. So these are blank in the freebie, but this is what I'm tracking right now. And I like that you can go in and update them. So my other ruler is attached to the week that I'm currently in. I will go through today and date this, and probably a couple weeks forward, because since I'm starting a new job, I don't want to worry about that kind of thing, and I just want it to be dated so that if I have notes that I need to put for like training or anything, that it'll already be dated for me. So I like to keep like a month of these in my planner, and I've kind of just been holding on to these so that I could do a flip through for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead now and take these out. This started the last week of August and going into the 1st of September, and so I like printing them out so that there's a blank here and that I have like the whole month of September, and then another blank so that I can know where I'm starting and stopping, if that makes sense. I've tried it a bunch of different ways, and this is just the way that I like it for now. The next thing that I have in here is this, some kind of divider that I have flipped upside down so that I can just go to it. I've been very back and forth about where I want this to be. Right now I have it set up so that the date that I'm currently on is what I open up to, but I think that I would like for it to be dated. I would like for it to be dated and then like to be able to go in chronological order like my week is, but I'm not sure about that either. But I find myself not using dated every day, which is why I've not been using a dated, but this has been working really well because it gives me the ability to just kind of write nonsense lists down. I use these, you know, when we have a busier day, which generally is the weekends for us. And then, you know, when my husband and I are, often when we're on like a lunch date, we will sit down and like try to map things out together. And so that's what I have been using here, but I have some white ones that I bought from Filofax because I don't really like the look of the cream inserts. So I'm gonna put these in here, and then I'm gonna take these out because I don't need this information anymore. Actually, I don't want this last cream one in here either. And I also am not a planner stuffer, and I don't like them to be like chunky. So I like to kind of clean out my planner pretty regularly so that it's as streamlined as it can be. This section is You Can Do It, and this is all about my health, my cycle, those kinds of things, and I keep all of my information in here. I put a calendar up front just because I like to be able to go and reference it easily. This is going to be a section that I'm not going to be able to share a lot of because I do have a lot of personal information in here. Okay, so this particular printable is from Puffin Pages Co. and I keep a couple of different like cycle trackers in here, and this is the one that I am liking the most because I can leave a little bit more details at the bottom. I also have, oh gosh, let's see. I'm gonna try to get to something I can share. I know I have multiples in these. Okay, so I'm using this freebie from Peanuts Planner Co. This is my health log. And so I'm keeping all of the symptoms or weird things that are going on with my cycle because I'm in perimenopause. So I'm keeping track of all things that are deviations from like a standard in a page like this, but up front with lots of writing on it. And then I also have been keeping track of my weight. I do keep track of it in an app, so I don't like log this every single time that I'm weighing myself, but I update it periodically just so I can get an idea and see where I am in my fitness goals. These are notes that I have left to myself about things that either I or other people have noticed about my weight loss, non-scale victories that keep you motivated and going. So that is what I have in this section so far. But one of the reasons why I love rings so much is because anything that I need to add or remove from these sections, it's really easy to do so. The next section is track this stuff, and I've really kind of stunk at this year, the recurring tasks. It's what I said before, it's really difficult to keep track of things if you're bouncing in and out between multiple planners, and so these things have been done, except for the windows. I haven't cleaned the windows, but I'm not keeping track of them because they're in 4 or 5 different planners. This is another one that I've really stunk at keeping up with, online orders. My Hobonichi order will be here tomorrow. Finally, it was late. It was supposed to be here and it didn't arrive, but I don't even remember. I think that I forgot all of the little extra accessories that I had planned on getting, so it's probably not going to be the biggest unboxing, but I'm still going to do an unboxing just to show you what I ordered. Movie log. Oh, I forgot. We just went to the movies. Which we don't usually like go to the movies very often, but we did. So there's that. Reading log, which I just started reading the new Stephen King book, but I haven't written it down because I'm not used to remembering that that's there because I've bounced in and out of planners. This is my side hustle section, which Portland Leather discontinued their ambassador program, so this isn't really going much of anywhere, but I also list YouTube video ideas and I write down when I post a YouTube video, so that's also in this section. But yeah, this one's not so big. The last one is lists and notes, and this is one of the sections that I probably utilize the least. I'd like to change that, but first I have to stay consistent in a planner. So this is a task reminders trigger list from Plan with Bee, packing guide trigger list, Plan with Bee. I feel like I want to make my own of these though, because there's so many things on here that I would not use. Anyway, a little wish list, things about my coloring for soft autumn, Christmas list ideas, and then this was notes that I was taking about a book that someone recommended to me about exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of this video. I forgot that I took these notes. There's just too much to choose from, and that's not good for us. Yeah, I like this in particular. Clinging tenaciously to all the choices available to us contributes to bad decisions, anxiety, stress, and dissatisfaction. Yeah, I need to remember these things. I don't need more options. And then just a couple of pages for project and event plans, which obviously I'm not doing anything. This is a folder from Catspresso Co., I think, which I have not utilized yet, but I like it, so it's in here. A little sticker from the shop that we went to yesterday, and a little card with an account number on it that I needed. So yeah, I think I had some junk in here. I have a gift from a friend, a little sticker, and then, oh gosh, where did I put it? I had like a weight loss goals. Yeah. So I was really hoping that I could get this in the rings, but I'm going to have to like single hole punch it to like slide it in my like goal section. So it had been in the back, so I better just put it back here until I get that single hole punched and put in my planner. I've been hesitant to share this with you because I'm like afraid to break the streak that I've been on where things have been going so well, but that's ridiculous. So I just wanted to come here and kind of share my victories. And I'm really happy with things just being in one book and only worrying about one book coming with me everywhere. And I hope that it stays that way. I hope that you guys enjoyed this flip through and my bunny rabbit trail thoughts on my planning system and how it's going. I hope that you guys are doing well with your planning system. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye guys.